Today we will be seeing if ChatGPT, Gemini, and Elon Musk's Grok AI can make Backrooms from scratch. For once, I won't be giving these AIs any time limit, and I'll just keep going until I'm happy with the results of the projects. It's just like, I don't know, like unsavable or something. I'm going to give each AI at least 3 prompts as well to give each of them a fair chance at impressing me. We obviously have the ChatGPT 5.2 thinking model, also the Google Gemini 3 thinking model, and Grok 4.1 in expert mode. I want this to be an honestly scary experience as well, because I do low-key like horror games a lot, but we will start with Gemini because everyone knows I'm a Gemini glazer, and I do not condone any hate towards that because Gemini is the best AI right now. Also, lastly, I just wanted to say that there will be quite a big announcement at the end of the video. Quite a lot of people have been asking about it, so stick around to the end to find out what it is. Anyway, basically I'm going to tell Gemini that I want to improve my prompt, with the prompt being create a Backrooms game from scratch. I want it to be 3D, I want to play it right now, use all the mechanics and features from other online games. I want this to be a great foundation that I can develop further. I'll do this for every AI so the prompts are good and so that we aren't actually going backwards with the game development. You get the point. Alright, so Gemini has given us the prompt back. It's basically just said create a high quality 3D backroom survival horror prototype. It must be playable immediately or by opening the file, etc. Core requirements are the tech stack to use 3.js, use pointer lock for standard FPS experience, some mechanics, collision, UI stuff, and it's given us space to improve the thing. So yeah, we won't have entities yet, I don't think, but that's fine. So obviously I've started up a new chat and we are going to give the prompt to give back to us and paste it in. I'm thinking I might low-key do Gemini for the foundation, obviously, then try to let the clumsy ChatGPT fix any errors and add a few extra things with Grok, and then come back to Gemini to brush up everything at the end. Bro, I just feel like we're so dependent on Gemini with the game. Like, if Gemini fails, like, the whole game fails, bro. Alright, so Gemini is done here, and apparently it gave us like a head bob and the flickering lights that create a sense of unease. The sanity meter will slowly drain as well, causing the screen edges to turn redder over time. I think like it's kind of made it too much of like a wannabe survival kind of game, instead of just making it like pass this level to get on to the next one, and etc. And yes, I've called the game Front Room so I don't get copyrighted. What are you gonna do about it? Okay, so we have the level 0. We have obviously the basic movement sort of things. We have the camera effects. We have stamina, sanity, and the foundation level, and the department that we're in currently. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm not sure about the background, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. And let's just keep in mind that this is just the foundation, and no Gemini slander will be tolerated in the comments. Anyway, so we have spawned it. Oh, yeah, it's actually decent. It's very like laggy, and I also can't move. Yeah, it's actually not too bad considering this is... Bro, who's texting me right? But anyway, like I said, it's actually not too bad considering this is just a single file, bro. But there's obviously... Oh, wait. I moved. Alright, so we can move. But yeah, as you can see, this is like really, really laggy. And I don't really get the point of how I can beat the game. But as a foundation, I'm telling you, Gemini is that guy, bro. It is that guy. Alright, so I gave it a second prompt. I told her to slow the character down a little bit because, bro, we were like prime Usain Bolt in there. I told her to get rid of the fog because hopefully that's the reason that the frames are quite poor on it. And I told her to put a roof up as well, like an actual back rooms with lighting coming out of it. Obviously, this was kind of like the inspiration behind it all. And obviously, there's a roof there, so we kind of need that in our copy as well. So Gemini has done that for us. It's taken the code from 355 lines to 316. So we are getting a smaller game. But keep in mind, this is just the foundation. And it's changed the menu a little bit. As you can see, we can turn down the sensitivity. So yeah, let's see if we can also play the game. Yeah, the frames haven't really improved, but I think this is an improvement, to be honest. Why the frames are that bad, I honestly don't know. We have slowed down as well, which is pretty cool. But bro, how do I make the frames like increase? And why am I getting like pounded, bro? Like, yeah, bro, we are like glitching. Like, I just went, whoa, bro, where am I? Like, is this under the map? Did I just escape the back rooms in like 20 seconds, bro? And I can't go back in. Alright, so if you ever get stuck in the back rooms, do what I just did. Alright, so for the last prompt for Gemini, I told it to add more light, fix the frames because they are really low for some reason. It's honestly, it's not my fault. And also I got glitched out the map, obviously, so I told it to make sure I don't get trapped in any textures. We'll send that, and hopefully that the foundation for this will be alright. And obviously if ChatGPT has to do any work for the foundation, that means we're slightly behind. So yeah, we low-key need Gemini to cook right now. Apparently the reason for the frames being low is because every single floor tile, ceiling tile, and wall has a separate object, and this time it's took it from around 2,000 draw calls to just 3. So hopefully that will improve the FPS of my fantastic browser game. But anyway, the code is now 251 lines. It is just a foundation, which I don't know, it's a bit of a cope, to be honest. I hope I'm right. It does look better, but it looks like I'm in like really, really bad quality right now. I don't know what happened to the resolution, but yeah, this is the foundation of our backrooms. I'm also like so slow, bro. I'm so slow. Like I'm walking right now without sprinting. This is a sprint. Like, this is so slow, bro. Alright, so Gemini's had a go. It did kind of build a foundation, but it's struggling a little bit with the frames, and that's it. Maybe a bit of the lighting, and like making it look like more like Backrooms. It's too spacious, I think. But before we move on to ChatGPT, 98.1% of you aren't subscribed to the channel, which is absolutely crazy. So I would kindly like to remind you to subscribe to the channel. It's free, and it helps me out so much. And honestly, if you don't like Gemini Glaze, you can go unsubscribe in the future too. I'm sure you'll get used to it. Also, don't forget to click the hype button if you're a mobile user. It helps the channel out so much, and you get a nice animation with it as well. Anyway, back to the video. So we are in ChatGPT now. I gave it the file with the code in it and the JPEG to like describe the exact room I kind of want, and I told it to build up on the Backrooms game. I want you to speed the user up a little bit and fix the lighting to make it brighter. Obviously use the JPEG to improve the look of the game. Also add a scary smiler entity which spawns rarely, but when it spawns you need to look at it until you turn behind the wall, and if you don't, it continues chasing you until it catches you and you die. I don't know if that's exactly how it works in the Backrooms, but it does in my game, so we're going to send that prompt. And basically, I think if it does this, the game's foundations will be pretty solid. I also feel like ChatGPT isn't as bad as I've judged it to be, bro. Like, surely it was just unlucky a lot of the times, but it always tries to make the game on such a bigger scale than possible from a single file. Like, it always makes the map so big. Alright bro, so ChatGPT just thought for like 12 minutes and 30 seconds, and then it started giving me the message and it just turned off. I told it to keep going, and I think it sent the message, so yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna try and restore the code. I'm so bored at this point. I'm turning off extended thinking, bro. I'm going back into standard because that was like awful. Alright, so I think the code is done. Yeah, 816 lines. Let's just turn this on, bro. Same old with ChatGPT, always ruining everything. Alright, so I obviously told it I can't start the game, and yeah, it gave me something to replace, so we're gonna find that somewhere here. Alright, so I did it, and first of all, it's not working, and second of all, it's giving me an error, so I'm just gonna completely leave out ChatGPT from this video. The thing I said about it being unlucky before, just completely ignored that. It's not unlucky, it's just completely trash. Anyway, as you can see, it's Grok's turn. Grok has only featured once on this channel before, and it was on the second ever video. Also, it is the free version of Grok, as you can see, not the super Grok, so I'm assuming we'll have to give it like simpler prompts or something. So I'm literally just gonna copy the exact same prompt as I used for ChatGPT. Alright bro, so it is the next day. It is 9 AM bro. I don't know why I'm recording right now, to be honest, but ChatGPT finished me last night. So Grok finished with the code. We're gonna paste it here as always, 318 lines. And yeah, we have the level 0, we have the usual controls. If you see a smiler, stare at it, do not look away until a wall is between you. Click to start. So we'll see if it actually works this time. And it does. But oh, it's so laggy. And the controls are backwards as well. Alright, so for the second prompt, I asked it to fix the FPS, to fix the controls, dim the lights, and also remove the PNG icon from the textures. Also, bro, I realised I've not been saying please and thank you enough to the AIs. Like, I'm pretty sure if something happens between humans and the AI in the future, like, I'm gonna be so cooked. They're gonna be like, you're not thanking me enough, bro. Die. Alright, so I don't think we're going to get anything out of Grok. I think we might have to go back to Gemini because it's honestly just not working at all. I'm going to give Gemini a few prompts to see if we can do anything with the game, because obviously right now it's pretty unplayable. Alright, so just to let Gemini get back into the project, I've sent the code over from Grok, and I just asked it to fix the FPS problems and remove the PNG icon again, dim the lights and make some lights flicker occasionally, add a few more things. I'm expecting bigger things from Gemini than from Grok and ChatGPT. Alright, so the code is done. I went on 304 lines, so let's see. Alright, so they just it just did not fix the FPS at all. Like, why is this happening, bro? I'm gonna go and try and find the smiler. So the smilers do work, but obviously it's not really the best, to be honest. Alright bro, so I'm pretty much giving up with the AI at this point. I said the frames are still awful, the smiler has no texture, create one for it, expand the game and everything to it. Expand the game and everything to it that an actual... I don't know why I said that. That doesn't even make sense. Anyway, I was meant to put expand the game and add everything to it an actual Backrooms game would have. I just pretty much asked it to generate me in-depth 1,000 plus line code and create the best Backrooms game. So yeah, this is not 1,000 lines. Let's see if this is the way. Find the extraction, avoid the smile. Let's see if anything has been fixed. Oh my god, bro, this is so... the frames aren't too bad, to be fair. They created a smiler, which is quite cool, I'm not gonna lie, so... yeah, the frames are kind of fixed. The smiler's not moving. Oh my god, it's so laggy sometimes. Why is he chasing me? I'm looking at it. Alright, so why are the frames good over here and so bad, like, over there? bro. Alright, bro, so literally my only expectations at this point is to make the smiler appear less often, because I literally told it to like only let it appear once in a while, and a way out of level 0 to kind of beat the game and an FPS fix. I think at that point, to be honest, we're just gonna have to call it a day. Alright, so the code is done. Once again, it's not 1,000 lines like I've asked it to, but hopefully, obviously, it's fixed. I don't think it is, because obviously I'm pressing enter and it's lagging already. Yeah, bro, I can't even like enter the game. I can't even close the tab at this point, like, bro. Also, bro, what's Gemini doing to my laptop, bro? This thing's gonna explode in a minute. Alright, so that'll be it for the video. We have a kind of a complete Backrooms game in a way, not really. This was a massive fail by the 3 AIs, I'm not gonna lie. But bro, this game development using 3 AIs was kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed it, apart from the ChatGPT completely wasting my time. I might low-key try it with a few more AIs in the future. But in the end, obviously, the game turned out trash. Kind of expected it to be quite trash, but I expected it to be semi-playable. But anyway, now on to the big announcement that I mentioned at the start of the video. A good amount of you have been asking for a Discord server, so I'm happy to announce that one has been created. You can join in, meet new like-minded people, bro. It's gonna be a good vibe, so if you're looking to join a genuine community, don't hesitate to join up. This is what it looks like. You obviously got the welcome, the chats and the voice chats and stuff like that. You can use self-promo, you've got everything that you need. I'll be hosting giveaways here in the future, involving you guys in videos, stuff like that. So if that interests you also, then join Max's Factory right now, bro. Link in the description. But anyway, that'll be it from me. Hype the video, subscribe, like, comment, spit on it, etc. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.